So to your listeners, I'd say, with a lot of wisdom, so that it's not manipulated by the addict, because it can be.
Yes.
And we're masters of that. Extend grace with wisdom. But hey, those moments are painful, man. And at some point, you don't even, like me, it was those other stints, I was not visited. I didn't expect to be visited. We're not there now. This is not the time for, hey, Parents' Day, Family Day. Family Day is not for you.
So what did this fourth time do for you now?
See, of course, now I keep telling the God part on my side is not there. The goodwill part is there. I'm like, okay, what happened this time? You tried being in a relationship before you were ready. You tried this. You didn't safeguard yourself this way. So this time, just try and do things a bit differently. Try something different. Yeah. But the goal is we must stay sober. I must finish this thing I've been endeavoring to finish.
Wow. This is real.
Yeah.
You know, even like I'm trying to put myself in your situation there. Me, I'm feeling hopeless. I'm like, but you've tried everything.
Yeah.
You are a good boy, you whatever. So it's like only finishing this thing is like your biggest driving. If you didn't have this purpose.
And also just knowing knowing that that's not your lease on life. You know, deep down you know. All other metrics tell you that this is not where you're supposed to be. You know deep down. The same way that you know you kind of know what you're meant to be in life.
Yeah.
You know this is not it. Like, this can't be it. Sometimes guys will commend me for, hey, you guys, at least you. But me, I didn't have a choice. There was no other way other than to fight till it works.
Yeah.
However many times. There's no time I put my hands up and just said, Iwa Chaikai. There are times I had less enthusiasm about it because it's tiring.
Yeah.
As in, do you know, being untethered from your family? Like right now, I'm year 4, reintegrating back year 4. Because you become so untethered.
Yep.
You don't even know. You have to readjust to that whole family ecosystem. Because you've created your own independence in this own warped world of yours that no one understands. No one understands rehab lifestyle and all those things. No one gets it, except the people who are in there.
Yes. You know, even from a friendship perspective, you know, in your story, there's not that one friend that I keep hearing you coming back. It's your CTAs. It's crazy in that essence. So I don't have you even talking about friends. I'm just hearing the only time when you mention other guys is to Kondani. So jail or rehab.
So can I tell you something about also the same addiction, and you pick up people. I have many people who probably think we're so close. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Because over the years you pick people up in whatever circumstances. Me, one of my weaknesses, I'm a bit like, I don't know if it's a weakness or a strength. I'm a nice guy. So people will draw, I'll advise, I'll pour out, even in a rehab setting, I'll pour out to guys, advise them, give them hope. I'm this guy in here who's a pilot still. In as much as I'm here with you guys, I'm about to finish my multi-IR, which means there's something about me, so I would pour. So over the years, at some point, I'm sure there are like 15 guys who tell you I'm their best friend.
But what about outside the rehab?
No, even this is outside rehab.
Even this is outside rehab, eh?
Through my recovery, I have friends who are ahead of me in terms of, if you talk about the normal metrics of society, finances, career. But you're picking up such a wealth of experience. Guys seek counsel from you for life things.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Your outlook becomes so clear about, if someone gives you a problem, you can almost see it immediately. Like,
it's that training you're going through.
Yeah. It's that social.
It's the, you know, it's called the dark side of greatness. So the dark side is this rehab side that you're talking about. But there's a coin has two heads and tails. The tails is this rehab thing.
Yes.
But the heads is all this wisdom, life wisdom that you're getting.
Yes.
That now becomes valuable to other people who want it from you.
Yes. I'm telling you, there are guys who, of course, till today now, because I kind of stand on my own 2 feet. it makes sense that some people would seek advice from me. But there's a time where it didn't make sense that this guy is asking me for advice. Yeah, there are times I'm inside on telephone day, talking to my boy outside, helping him maneuver a situation that either in his marriage, career, stress at work, job, because of all this experience I've picked up. Yeah. Yeah.
But also, let's just be real and say, this addiction was just the thing. This was the thing that was bringing you down. But when I'm hearing it, if I was to remove this addiction, you're excelling. You're excelling in school, in your ability to social conversations or attraction that you're having with various people. Have it be the guys you're getting free drinks from in Langata. Have it be the guys in Cell. Have it even be this guy who you're helping in the halfway house and things like that.
It's just excelling, but slowly. A lot slower progress than...
No, this addiction is bringing you back.
Yes.
In fact, or tethering, or holding you back.
In fact, what addiction has mainly robbed me of is time. And time comes with so many other things. It's either career, time ruins relationships because you didn't spend it with people.
Yes.
I now look at my family, they're also ailing. A part of you is missing. You've been with them 19 years, then all of a sudden you're barely in the picture, you're always somewhere. They're having to make excuses to the wider family.
Wow.
At Christmas when I'm not there, guys are having to cover up. Although now it's evolved to a point where, because guys are not foolish. There's no way your uncle won't have an idea that this guy is not here on Christmas. He must be somewhere. Either he's turning up or he's in those places.
Yes. What do you think because they're watching this now as we speak.
Yeah.
What do you hope that they're feeling? Because you've not had this conversation with all of them, with cousins. Families are big. There are some cousins who there's gaps to fill, and there's questions that probably they are getting answers here. But then, actually not even what do you think they're feeling? Yeah, what do you think they're feeling, and what would you say to them?
Because they're different people, I'd say they're different emotions. Yeah?
Okay.
Definitely a lot of hope. I think some of them are getting an insight. Some of them might think I'm none the wiser for doing this in the first place, for the reason that I had mentioned earlier. But what I'd like to say to them is, of course, sorry is a
look at the camera.
Of course, sorry is a big one, yeah. And I just wish they would understand that it was not an intentional journey that I went on. It's a journey that I found myself in. That at some point I was just being taken by the tide. Like I was in the ocean trying to swim. The best way I knew. With the tools given to me in an ecosystem that didn't even yet understand what is going on. So I'm grateful that I got out, especially the biggest shout out is my parents and my siblings, man. That kind of grace they've extended to me over the years can only be given by God. Like that kind of grace to facilitate me in those places, to be on speaking terms at times when we shouldn't have been. Yeah, sometimes all you need is a phone call, man. Even in those places, there's someone saying, hey, how you doing? Hey, but then this and this happened. Just keeping you in the loop somewhat of what's going on in the family. Because when you become untethered, you really become untethered. And some of these places become your family. Your family are the most... guys like you who are also fighting, those are your famo now.
I'm beginning to realize I'm an empath. Somebody wrote it in the CTA comments in some other videos. But right now, I'm feeling so much pain. And let me tell you why. Because as you've communicated this to the people watching, and you said about the wave, it is the first time I can say that I have understood that you are just a 19-year-old who got put onto a roller coaster and the roller coaster decided where it's going. You just tried to hold on. Do you get what I mean?
That's a very good description, actually, yeah.
This thing is a disease. You have no, you Oh my God. You know, I'm thinking about now my aunt. Like, you know, it's hard. It's hard for us to understand because it's you talking. You get what I mean? It's you talking, and you get what I mean?
And you know, it's hard for me, it took me time to also accept that I'm not a bad guy. Like, this is not just me being immoral.
Yes.
Because society is telling you that you're a bad guy and that you're evil and you're selfish. Yes, those are some of the manifestations. But that compulsivity that comes with addiction, you can't explain, bro. It's like hunger. Can you tell hunger, stop, or thirst? Takia pombe when you're active is like thirst, literally. You can't tell it go away. You can't wish it away.
And you can't water it, drink it away with a different kind of thing.
Yes. And because only an addict understands that other people are not, sometimes, a lot of the times, are not even willing to give that. The moral thing becomes So, to your listeners, I'd say, with a lot of wisdom, so that it's not manipulated by the addict, because it can be.
Yes.
And we're masters of that. Extend grace with wisdom. Yeah, don't allow yourself to be manipulated, but understand that the person who you're thinking is evil or selfish is fighting a fight you can't even begin to understand.
The core reason as to why I called you here is because for me it started on a journey with this guy who I led, who was in my team. I was head of. Anyway, I don't even want to disclose who he is, but he was in my team. This human being that I spoke to, who was in my team, and then 2 weeks ago, this other guy, let me tell you, it is night and day. Totally different human beings. Even in the speech, in the words, it is. So you see, I've only met you now. This is the version that I've met. Yeah. This is the version that I know. This is the version that majority of us are watching know. But there are 1 or 2 people or 3 people or 4 people who've also encountered the other guy.
My family have, yeah.
You get your family have, maybe some guys who you were in school with have, guys in rehab. There are different people who've encountered them. I've understood. When I tell you right now, I have actually understood that it is a disease. It is. I've said it very many times. So I've had people say it, and I've seen it on social media. Alcoholism is a disease. Substance abuse is a disease. You know, but I have been one of those people who look at it from the morality perspective.
Where would someone? Because turn up is fun initially.
Yes.
When it stops being fun, why would someone continue? Like, why would someone just kutoa lockdown in a back street is not fun. It's not the same as Westi tunapiga sherehe. But I also understand the quagmire of trying to understand that it's not moral, because everything is, this guy conned me chums.
Yes.
This guy, ati amekula fees. So those are the manifestations of addiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what happened? How explain? Let's continue then from this halfway house. What year is this?
This is end of 2017.
What?
Yeah.
So what happens next?
I remember I had that small portion of malt to like 4 hours. So I come out eventually, and because it's so little, irrespective of having chomad, I mean, at least just finish, and then from there, jipange. So I finished.
You finished.
I finished.
Okay.
And now I'm a licensed commercial pilot with everything that it takes to get any job, or rather, not any job, but entry-level job, because you need the accessibility for jobs is based on experience.
Yes.
So it's not like I can walk into Emirates, but I can now work as a commercial pilot. And for the most part, now I remember by the time I got my first job, I was on a sober streak. I think I'd even crossed a year. I go to South Sudan. I'm working for a company that does humanitarian flying.
This is 2017.
This is 2018.
2018.
Everything is dandy. I'm living my dream, like literally living my dream.
And now you're getting paid.
I'm getting paid. I moved myself I got an apartment in Syokimau. I've gathered a few things.
Is the money that you're making good at this time?
Not great. Good enough to like pay rent, buy 1-2 things. So entry-level jobs for flying, like that job I had, I didn't have a salary. I had a per diem, but my per diem by normal standards, like normal society, was like the equivalent of like a salary. It was like close to 200 Gs.
Okay.
So you can do one or two things, and especially because you're outstation.
No, 200 Gs, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Considering you've been huko on...
From rags to literally,
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
I mean, 200 Gs, you don't even need to be living in Syokimau.
Yeah. But see, I was outstation. So Syokimau was literally, when I would come, 2-3 days. Then we go back to Juba. You get outstation.
Yes, I get. Yeah, I get it, yeah. And in Juba, what happens when you're not flying? Or are you flying regularly?
We're doing ad hoc. So ad hoc, ad hoc is like, it's not scheduled flights. It's not Monday at 7.
Yep.
It's when we get a contract today, peleka this thing almost like squad. But this time, I'm gym, I'm focused, man. I've started realizing that there's God in this picture. I've started opening up myself to actually taftaing God. Like now I'm watching videos, I'm listening to gospel. Still part of that pink cloud. So I get like quite a good amount of time. Most of my time before I got my current job, actually, hours flying, was there. And then one day we come home for, was it Christmas?
So you have a whole house in Juba. You live in Juba.
Hotel. We were staying hotel, like hotel life, 5-star. 5-star in a Juba context, which is like a 4-star in normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in the hotel. You're not flying. Sometimes you might even be there for 3 days doing nothing.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Gym.
Drinks?
No. I was sober.
Willpower now.
Gym, willpower.
Slight God.
I'm living my dream. Now I'm living my dream.
Are you there with other Kenyans?
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know what this is.
Kenyan company.
Let me